Welcome back. A new day is starting on Glabber. It's getting brighter again. It was just night, I guess. And there is some emissions coming from this patch, maybe because I killed a few plants there. I guess I did want to first start by maybe utilizing these biochambers while I have the chance. So I need to do Yumako processing. Basically this. And then trying to get nutrients past this point. I have a rough idea how to do that. I'm out of belts, I hate that. And I'm totally out of belts, I hate that even more. I need to order more belts from the sky. I guess I still have some underground belts, I just need to replace the belts that are sitting around. So, for instance, there is a belt full of pentapod eggs that don't need to be in this form. Same here. At least for now, while the biochamber production is turned off. And of course the spoilage belt and the iron plate belt. And this is how I save myself some belts. Might even go all the way to there and move this over. And also replace that with undergrounds. Same here. Okay, I just need to wait now until I have another delivery. Who might want to do that? The Vulcanus spaceship has some belts for me. That's quite nice. Okay, this is already half spoiled. I don't really... I was interrupted. That was quite evil of whatever interrupted me a while ago. Okay, this will go down. And where exactly, I guess? This was the original connection. Okay. I am thinking about doing this to basically have stuff be on both sides of the belt. And now I just need to do that. And now I just need to wait for Yumako plants to arrive, which might take a while. I guess there's a way to do this differently, but I will just do it the way I do it now. I will also measure the other side of the belt basically, and also that will be the output of this farm. I didn't really want to start this other farm before I started the jelly nut farm, but there you go. You can't ever keep up with a plan. Guess I'm not a good socialist. I guess I have to do that and basically also lose this one spot if I don't change to use medium power poles. And now I have to find a way to get seeds down. This totally doesn't look weird. I guess this will bring some seeds down. And I can also steal some of them here. So there will be some planting going on, and I will steal some more of the seeds from here. If there were any. Okay, I should stop this now. No more seed stealing for farmland. This also looks like a good building area over there. And this almost looks like a good connection area between these building areas. But I will have to investigate that later. Once I actually need to expand. I shouldn't really think about expanding before I have any kind of proper production. Okay, now I have the belts again. I will have some Tesla turrets as well. I guess I might somewhere balance this belt. Maybe even right here. Just to make sure everything is on both sides of the belt. And I need to connect the machines, or the agricultural towers. I need to set the same settings. And I didn't even get more seeds. And the bioflux production of course has stopped because I didn't provide any jelly. I guess I should do that now. Now that I have started setting up the second Yumako farm. And hopefully I now have enough belts to get there. And also I might just first build the defense. That's a big one. A big small pentapod. Stomper. Okay, there's a strafer and a stomper. I guess I will need quite a few Tesla turrets. I think they would only ever attack the plants, but I don't really know. I will save the game again, just in case. Maybe just there. And I guess also on the other side. Maybe even 3, just to be safe. Not enough landfill, I guess. But landfill is being mined, basically. Weird that the info panel is just above where I hover, and only if I hover over that pentapod the info panel shows, which is a bit unfortunate if I want to point at something. So at this side only 2 Tesla turrets per side. I guess that's fine. I guess they first need to try and do something before I will have to react, or before I know how bad they are. I wonder if there are any more other trees. Probably. I'll just remove all of them now. And move all of that into a chest, or a bunch of chests, or I don't know. Might already set up the belt, but maybe it's more important to first set up the farming. I do have 8 jelly nut seeds available, so that is not nothing. Let's start there. I guess this harvest did just cause a lot of pollution, a lot of spores to jump out. I guess I need to be careful, and maybe these pentapods don't like that, or they like that too much. They can smell if I do mushroom farming. I wonder if there's any better way to build this. Probably not. So I might just do that. And I guess if that is occupied anyway, might as well move this over by 1. But I could also later try to work with medium power poles if I really need one more space. It is 7 by 7. One of the slots is already covered by the agricultural towers. Another slot will have to be covered by some kind of belt, I guess. So that's 2 of 49 slots covered. And at the moment only a few of them are green anyway. Okay, this will just be put out onto the belt. And I will measure the belt content. and control the tower eventually. Enable, disable if, I guess, the fruit is below 300 as well. Not sure how much it can be, probably a lot more, since the distance is much further that the belt has to go. I don't really want to go too close to the rocket thingy. I don't exactly know where I should go. I might just build a hole in here. Don't really need that kind of power anymore. This is the Endless Ocean song, and it's the last one in my current playlist, and then the loop will start over with Slow Engine Crank from Fulgora. Okay, I should be careful where I go with this belt. Might just go down. I'm almost at the target location. And I should probably use blue belts. What's your problem? Why are you hanging around there? Okay, you are logistic bots. Did I leave the logistic system? I guess so. Can't even build anything there, because that's where belts are already built. Maybe I can move that around later, but not now. I might just build some roboports in random locations. Or in, maybe not random, but at least not properly grid aligned locations. Is this already working? I guess they are turned off by design, because there are currently around 300 Yumako fruits in on the belt, or on all of the belts basically. And they are also measuring the contents within the agricultural tower if it currently harvests. I wonder... Yeah, I can definitely do something there, and I should. I should do something. That's quite a lot of spoilage on this belt. Probably clogging up a lot of systems. And this can go. And the spoilage is taken away there. Might even have another one just to clean the system earlier and faster. Oh, and actually I need to connect this, so this actually works. I guess the pentapods didn't yet come to discuss my farm. Might just place a radar behind the electromagnetic or behind the Tesla turrets. Just to see what's going on there. Hello, my little friends. I hope you are not, I mean you viewers, I hope you are not afraid of spiders. But of course those aren't spiders, they have 5 legs. Those are pentapods, but still it might be scary. Maybe I should put content notes somewhere. I guess it now is also time to place some Tesla turrets near my other farm, since that might also expand and the spores might do their best to lure the pentapods in. I guess I'm just producing the bioflux and not really doing anything with it yet. There will still have to be some things put in place. I guess I'm officially out of substations. I hope I'm asking for some. I'm definitely asking. I should be asking for more. I guess I might now be able to make iron ore myself. I want to make this sort of symmetric, even though symmetry is not always the best idea. But for now it works. And I will see whether any enemies make it through, or whether I could make it more efficient in the future. This farm is definitely smaller currently. But also I always forget the name. The spores have gone back a bit. There's not much going on. Also the belt with the seeds is not yet going back properly. I guess I need to basically send these seeds back. I might send them around the bottom. And eventually also create more soil. Okay, currently this tower doesn't really have to work because there is enough stuff on the belt. And I guess I might give those inserters also a little job. Well, maybe not like that. Or a little command or condition. Basically, if less than 400. So now they will not insert anything unless more is used up. I guess I would be fine with some of the fruits not being used properly. First need to set up something with the jelly to actually use it. So what can I do with bioflux? I can make the science pack, of course. I can make more nutrients. I guess I still have enough nutrients from the Yumako. But I would get more nutrients with bioflux. I can make rocket fuel out of bioflux and jelly. I guess that would be one idea. How to get rid of the jelly right now. How about I make rocket fuel up there? Oh, that's my favorite funny song. So I need to get more biochambers, or I guess I just need to place them. It's nice to just work with these substation grids and just try to be somewhere around the middle. Once I try to properly build a circuit factory, because I need blue circuits, I will probably use up iron and copper quite a lot. And I need to produce low density structures, which also, well, they need plastic. I guess I need to make more plastic and more molten iron and copper. So this needs water. I can get water from somewhere around there. I just need to make a offshore pump. I guess I should make those in an assembling machine with quality eventually, because they can also be better. Pump more water at the same time. I guess I will also remove some blueprints that I don't really use, just to have them out of my sight. Productivity modules, of course. And I will just insert into chests for now. Maybe also elsewhere. I don't know. Maybe, no, not the other way around. There's the water already. I guess I can always scale this back eventually. I need to pass nutrients and bioflux and I have a very good idea how to do that. There's quite a lot of spoilage. I should put the spoilage out with an extra inserter. Put that away. Maybe even have more of those there. Okay, no more spoilage in these chests. For now, or from now on, just bioflux. If I use all of these bioflux items for rocket fuel, the boiling metric won't matter, or the freshness, but I have to use it up in like 37 minutes. That might be rather challenging, I guess. And a lot of jelly will be spoiling soon. I guess it's also bad. This should be only rocket fuel. They can have a spoilage belt as well. And for now this will go into a chest because I couldn't be bothered to connect anything yet. I should actually do that. And this still needs nutrients. Okay, let's get a nutrient belt. I guess I will just split this off and reintegrate that eventually. I should use underground belts. And also I should use inserters to actually make things happen. Now there's no jelly anymore. And I still need to actually connect the jelly belt. Could also always, or in certain situations, just have the belt go like that, like the spoilage belt, but now it doesn't matter anymore. I do have some good ideas, but I think they would require some more thinking and some more tools. Maybe I'll just have the spoilage inserters there as well. And now I'm producing rocket fuel, and I might even speed this up if I find the beacon. Great. Now I can even take the spoilage away. So my very interesting idea was to always measure the content of a belt, and only if the content is less than a certain amount, only then will I put things on that belt. For instance, only put a certain amount of jelly onto the belt, and maybe also only with the condition that there isn't already too much rocket fuel and that the other ingredients are available. Or maybe I did want to do that with the bioflux, I guess. Now, what is the problem? Jelly is the problem. That's actually a good problem to have, because I had too much jelly a moment ago and now I don't really have enough anymore. I guess I will cope by making more jelly. And now the inserters can't cope anymore. Guess I have to make more inserters and more outputs. Okay, I also need to filter this. Can't just have this be jelly, because it might not be jelly, it might be seeds for jelly, not trees. So, right. Then merge. Then make this go over. I also thought at some point about a just-in-time factory where I try to only produce things when they are necessary, but that might be overly complicated. By now I should be used to overly complicated in my designs. But also it requires a lot of thinking and time to make it work. And now I have too much Yumako mesh here. I might convert that to plastic, like I wanted to. And then I can make a red circuit factory work. Basically I might want the same kind of design like that. Maybe something almost like that and not quite like that. I'll have to change the recipe again. Remove the water connection. Okay, I have to set up the nutrient loop. Maybe I need to actually make more nutrients with bioflux soon. I guess I do have bioflux. Except this isn't properly connected yet, and why are there no inserters? I guess that couldn't ever have worked. Don't ever let me build a factory, I guess. And there's still no connection for the bioflux. Let's make a connection happen then. So, I want to try the reading and outputting based on the reading. I wonder whether the complete area of the splitter is not considered, or whether everything that is on that side of the splitter still belongs to that belt. Might be worth experimenting at some point, but it's also difficult to measure. Anyway, there's a bioflux belt. It has to go to a lot of different places, I guess. This will look so weird, but I will have to find a way to live with that. So, how much bioflux do I want to have there? Probably always less than 10. Enable if bioflux less than 10. Or let's say 20. That would be 10 per site. Okay, you can see the inserter light turns red sometimes and it turns off basically. Yeah, the light is only difficult to see in the corner there. But it turns from red to green. Now I can go and dry the plastic. Fantastic. That's what the doctor says sometimes. I might do a similar thing there with the counting, but also the counting always has to be changed based on the speed of the factory. which can be annoying. And also I want more nutrients. I can measure the amount of nutrients on that belt and basically have a nutrient producing factory be based on that. This needs more jelly, but that's fine to be jelly limited. Or is it jelly limited? I guess the inserters are just too slow. Maybe I can't have that much speed, but it's fine. Anyway, I need a biochamber for the nutrients. Let's then find a way to measure this. I guess I will still be able to input the nutrients and output the nutrients there. Need to basically output nutrients, of course, to power this machine so it can produce nutrients with nutrients. I know it is quite complicated. I don't know if I need the inserters to be connected. Maybe just the machine. But also maybe an input inserter on this side. So read the whole belt. I don't know how far that is reading. Also, I can't see number. Okay. 60 something nutrients. I guess I can make that a bit shorter, or I can make a bit more nutrients happen. If nutrients less than 200, I guess. So that is a number. And I need a... I guess that can be the spoilage belt, so it's fine. I don't need a spoilage output extra. I always misremember the direction of the rotation. Need to learn this. Basically, it's the right way around clockwise. I wonder if I sometimes need more nutrients getting through there, but maybe it also doesn't really matter. But yeah, now getting those nutrients. I guess the way I have built it basically makes the nutrients appear in little bursts. Okay, this still just needs bioflux, and then I need a filter there for plastic. For now, this can just go into chests. guess this could also be quite short. Just need the space to attach a cable. Could also use belts instead of inserters. Basically only make this belt move if there's not enough bioflux on that belt.
We have an intruder!
How did he get in? In through the window?
Hello Super Alu, thank you very much for the raid. Hello Fuchsgeburt, good evening. Hope you had a nice stream. Hello PH. You were playing Darkest Dungeon. Interesting. I think I played something like that for a bit, but also it was a bit difficult for me. Hallo, Kratze der Katze. Hallöchen. I'm currently trying to build a very complicated factory. That's a good number. Still need to connect this actually to make it work. And now a lot of plastic is being produced. And now it seems like the input of whatever that is not enough. I hate autosave getting in the way of my controls. Now I'm overproducing plastic. The inserters near the chests can't even keep up. Hope you all have a quite relaxed or exciting evening, whatever you want to have. Or another time of day, wherever you live. It's good to have plastic now. At least in the game. In the real world, it would be good to have some alternatives to that. I will fill a few more chests with rocket fuel. Because I eventually need to send a lot of rockets. And now I might start with the processing of bacteria to get iron and copper. I might also start backwards with producing circuits. Can already start by producing red circuits down here, for instance. Those will be very important for the yellow and red chests. Hello Sequi, welcome in. I guess you followed yesterday from Fiera's stream. I wonder if any of you know Factorio or have played Factorio or are afraid of Factorio for one or another reason. And Peha already answers this, sort of. Yeah, I mean, Factorio can be complex. You can also try to build easier factories. I always make them a bit more complex, I guess. I wonder if I have anything that doesn't look too complex. I mean, I have a very polluted factory on Norvis with some roundabout rails. It looks quite systematic. A bit more systematic than what I sometimes do. I like trains. So, is there anything that is not complicated? I guess that's a bad question to ask. Those are my labs. They are producing, or they are doing research constantly. I wonder whether the science was constant for a while, or for how long. I guess for about 2.5 hours it was very constant. Never reached space age. Interesting. Did you buy the extension, or do you just mean you have the base game and never launched a rocket? I guess this is simple uranium processing, but that's one of the only simple things here. Just one thing goes in, one thing comes out, or potentially another thing as well. Okay, yeah. I guess the difficult thing for some people is oil production. Working with pipes and the different ratios that are coming out of there. I don't really have enough heavy oil, apparently. Why would that be? I hope I have enough lubricant. Maybe I need to make some changes there. Okay, it seems like the heavy oil throughput to the cracking is controlled by how much lubricant I have, and that is actually quite good. I didn't actually build this. Or maybe I upgraded the machines, but I didn't build those machines initially. I opened this game in a multiplayer world, basically, and some people just built some things. This is my new module production. It uses electromagnetic plants from Fulgora. They look quite interesting and they work quite quickly in my factories, except this one, maybe this is a bit slower. There you can actually appreciate the animation. Some people also call it a pineapple weaver, because it looks like it's weaving a pineapple with electricity. Also, let's see if my command still works. On my Discord you can find sometimes food, sometimes gardening pictures, sometimes gaming and Factorio related stuff, sometimes politics. You are always welcome to join. I guess Factorio is just one aspect of my life, but a very big aspect. At least recently. Have a good lurk, Sequi. I guess I might also limit those inserters actually with that condition. Nutrient condition. So if nutrients are lower than, I guess, 210, for instance. That number is 200. I think 210 would be fine. Oops. Guess there the condition shouldn't apply. Might also just have a staggered output. Maybe this will be 220. Guess they still sort of all activate at the same time. But yeah, PH, if you are still there, I'm still sometimes playing Satisfactory. And I want to try and beat the game eventually, but it is a bit too much effort for me most of the time. Would be cool to build a good train system there, or maybe some bus-based factory. Not sure if I will ever manage. I did turn off the pollution information. That is not very helpful if I remove that. Yeah, I wonder when I did that last time. Maybe at Pixmas? Tried to get the Fixmas stuff done. Not sure if I actually did. Maybe I decorated the tree a little bit. I guess I need to connect something here. And I hate that there is decorative mushroom plants around here that sometimes hide the actual buildings. I need iron plates. No, I don't need iron plates. I need green circuits. Green circuits are not yet being made in the new part of the factory. They are being made here, but that's not what I want. I guess this can be removed for now. I have too many copper cables. I guess I need to copy that information down. I mean, I don't really know much of Doom. Or Halo, sorry, yes. Other four-letter shooter game. But yeah, I would like to look at that eventually. I like when people build interesting, absurd stuff in any kind of game. I guess Minecraft as well as factory games, or I don't know where else people would build such stuff. Maybe even in Valheim, I don't know. I haven't played that yet. Sometimes I'm one off in my coordination, which means that I'm not here but here, and I'm wondering what was I going to do there, but instead I had to go here. It's always a bit confusing. One thought adjacent problem. So this is copper cable. I need green circuits and plastic. I also need the copper cables for the green circuit production. And I could just almost do that here. Now I can actually use that again. Well, maybe I should do the splitter later. There. Green circuits. I definitely need to also make some copper cables. They are not yet made. And now I have green circuits and plastic. Still need to fetch the plastic from above. I need to not confuse the plastic with the nutrients. They are both white, but one is rather rectangular diagonal and one is rather blob-like. Okay, I need to pay attention to where the belts already are going. Okay, now I just need inserters. Eventually this will be a belt as well, but for now it will be a bunch of chests. Because I couldn't be bothered to think about where a belt would go. And I will add speed beacons. 2 of them. And now this is absurdly fast. Might have the same there actually. Maybe I could remove that one then. Okay, I need another. I guess I need to just provide copper cable production. Maybe right there. Partly over the water. I will add productivity modules before I start casting. I guess this should work. Great. And now that I have that, I might be able to start a robot-based factory. I just need to make certain kinds of chests. I guess I will make a chest factory right next to the steel factory, if I know where factories are. So, steel chests. And I need to limit this, I don't want to have chests full of chests. Okay. Now the robots can finally get to work. I guess I didn't yet build a... Or did I? Maybe I'll just try to build that. Red chests. Okay, I don't have red chests yet, otherwise I could just... also need blue chests. And chests from here. And yes, blue and yellow. Those are the main chests that I'm using. And I guess I didn't use the basic mall blueprint whatever test. I think that's actually good. I think I copied that from some YouTube video. Yellow. And there need to be a robopod right there. Okay. Now they can build things and they can order things. Just need to put things up for order or up for grabs. Steel will be in a chest. Heat pipes, yeah, I guess let's just put everything in chests. At least, if it makes sense. This needs to be a passive provider chest. And then let's limit green circuits to 1000. That's quite a lot, but might just be good. And maybe I need more copper cables. Probably need to speed this up. So I will add a beacon in a moment. Or multiple beacons. Okay, this doesn't really make sense yet. I guess I have to change this up a bit. I don't really need the chests anymore. Can I build such a long tunnel? Yes, I can. And I will. And now iron is lacking. Iron is coming from here. How about I add another speed beacon there? Well, I can't reach everything, but at least these few machines. How about that? Also, it's quite cloudy here, I know. But I can see what I'm doing, and that's important. Or I can guess what I'm doing, I don't really see what I'm doing. And maybe I need to send this through as well. And maybe I should actually limit how much red stuff I'm producing. Also a maximum of 1000. So this can stop now. And getting to blue circuits is a bit more involved, but it's not as complicated as I would have thought at some point. I basically need to get sulfuric acid, and that's where I need sulfur. And there's an alternative recipe, biosulfur, which is just spoilage and bioflux. And there's enough spoilage around this factory. And also enough bioflux by now. I just need to find a good spot to produce that. Not sure if it has to be now or maybe later. I guess I should try to start working on producing iron ore and copper ore. Might be running out of copper soon. I don't think there's any more ore in the system. Or is there any copper ore in the system? I'll just ask for the necessary ores. I guess there's calcite in the system. Well, that's rather useless, but anyway. I will put the iron ore there into just steel chests. Maybe this is too slow actually. And therefore I also need to ask for more stuff coming in at any point in time. I guess those are done. I need to think about something else. Yeah, I guess I wanted to make copper ore. But also, I'm lacking iron ore right now, it seems. Is that right? I guess it is. Oh, there's copper ore actually. I need to just put that into a passive provider chest and also actually provide it to the system by putting a roboport there. And one up there, just to complete the grid. Yeah, maybe I will just have the iron and copper production up here. I guess I will just write myself a reminder. That and that. Well, that's quite small, I guess. I will also have the bigger icon there somewhere, if I can find it. Why did I just find it and now not anymore? I guess this menu might be a bit different. So now I have a little reminder there, because I'm about to end the stream for today. Thank you all for watching.